Hello and welcome. You are here at the gathering point of Confirel Discovery Plantation in Kep, one of 4 pilot sites of the sustainable development model of Confirel. Created 20 years ago to promote rural development in Cambodia, Confirel has adopted 2 fundamental principles from the outset: eco-development, which seeks a symbiosis between human and nature, and a circular and sustainable economy, whose objective is to produce goods and services while limiting the consumption of raw materials, water and energy sources. From the beginning, we were convinced that rural development and the improvement of farmers' income required the production of high-quality products with high added value for the global premium market, and for customers who wanted to combine environmental protection with the discovery of new tastes and well-being. This is why we have adopted these fundamental principles, resulting in finished products that are certified organic with absolute traceability and which have been awarded many times at international trade events. 3 plantations, including this one, belong to the PGI area of the prestigious Kampot pepper, the king of peppers. In Prek Tanong, we grow and harvest most of our Kampot pepper. At Koh Sla, we also grow pepper as well as fruits and other vegetables used in the formulation of our products: papaya, passion fruit, coconut, orphosaipon, ginger and jasmine. In Kep, where our green factory for the eco-processing of our raw materials is located, we also cultivate, but in smaller quantities, pepper as well as fruits and plants necessary in particular for the production of our range of health and well-being products: Morinda citrifolia, mangoes, jasmine, ginger, moringa lemongrass, orphosaipon, etc. Our 4th plantation is located in Ratanakiri province, dedicated for a large part to rubber cultivation. We also grow cocoa, passion fruit, bananas, papaya and cashew trees. Because ecotourism participates in rural development, our Agrodevelopment site of Kep was made as a place for walking and vacationing. Between the mountains and the sea, this exceptional space is a combination of green factory, a site for history and memory, as well as a school of nature and life, and a paradise for the conservation of biodiversity. We have divided it into several poles. You will begin the visit by crossing part of our pepper plantation, as well as fields of different plants where you will also find workshops for the transformation of raw materials. You will then arrive near the railway line, where a lake has been dug by a bomb dropped by a B-52 in the 1970s. This reminds us of the tragic history of Cambodia in the second half of the 20th century. A little further on, a stele in the memory of 3 young foreigners: the Frenchman, Jean-Michel Braquet, the British, Mark Slater, and the Australian David Wilson, kidnapped on July 26, 1994, and then killed by the Khmer Rouge, is erected at the place where the train on which they were travelling had been attacked. It reminds us that from 1975 to 1979, the Khmer Rouge committed one of the worst genocides in history, during which the country's vital forces, professors, engineers, doctors, artists, writers, all disappeared. They plunged the country into a long period of underdevelopment and instability. From which it only began to emerge at the beginning of the 2000s. That is to say, only around 2 decades ago. Beyond this pole of memory, along a fishy canal and a landscaped lake created for the conservation of local species of endangered turtle, we arrive in a path shaded by trees, sheltering bird nests and dotted with kiosks where we can picnic and rest. Thus, in a few moments, we pass from a place evoking war to a space of peace. With without which no development is possible. Watching birds making their nests, shrubs and trees such as these replanted mango trees, we understand that war is not only a violence against men, it is also a wound inflicted on nature that does not heal in a day, but in decades. After Mango's plot, bordered by a rice field producing a remarkable red rice, we enter our green factory, which is also a true school of nature. The visitor will discover how the concepts of eco-development and the circular economy are applied in practice. Plants, poultry, fish, and people all work together in this green factory to produce without destroying. We manufacture on-site, in our composting facility, all the natural inputs necessary to obtain certified organic products. These inputs come from recycled waste, cow dung, weeds, tree leaves, solutions of microorganisms and leaves. In this green factory, the raw materials are processed, harvested, sorted, dried, fermented and packaged before being sent into our factory in Phnom Penh to prepare them for the local and international markets. This 100% green processing method, made possible by both the maritime and mountain air of Kep, and an ideal balance of sunshine and rainfall, results in the unique products that are beneficial to health, such as chem probiotics and kirum infusions with pepper inflorescence. In this environment, both natural and industrious, a camping area has been set up which is particularly suitable for young people and students who want to learn about sustainable development. This is how Confirel Discovery wants to contribute to the training of the younger generation so that Cambodia is moving in this right direction. Further on, thanks to an ingenious hydraulic system inspired by the confluence of the four arms of Phnom Penh, Chaktamuk, a group of mangroves and lakes in the form of plant and natural elements, flower petals, pottery and shells, communicate with each other through channels. At night, these lakes, illuminated by lights empowered from solar energy, trap in a natural way the insects harmful to the culture, which will eventually be eaten by fish. At the heart of this complex, a navigable semi-flooded plot offers a haven of peace for animal biodiversity. Numerous birds which find peace and food environment can nest and reproduce there. Cambodia is known as one of the countries in the world with the largest number of bird species. At dawn and at dusk, visitors will be able to see it with their own eyes. Close to this enchanting place, bungalows, each with a breathtaking view of the lakes, allow visitors for a few days or long-term residents to enjoy the charms of life in the wilderness and in complete autonomy, nourished by what the plantation produces. Kep's Confirel Discovery Plantation is part of an original ecotourism circuit, combining exceptional landscapes and the discovery of rural and coastal development poles. It includes the mountainous site of Prey Tanong, the typical Khmer countryside site of Koh Sla, the mangroves and salt marshes of Kep, the organic palm sugar production area of Kampong Spu, as well as the Confirel factory in Phnom Penh, where all the products are finalised before being put onto the market.